All right, all right. What up? What up? What up? It's Greasy Rat time. We will give everybody a second to get in here. So I gotta post on Twitter anyway. I don't exactly know what the 75 is supposed to look like at this point. You know, I've been kind of messing with different builds. So far, my record, if I can recall, I've gotten 2 4-1s and a 5-0. And I've only edited the deck like once, so haven't really decided what my favorite 75 is yet. It's up for interpretation. There's not really much that has changed my sentiments though. Like, I think Shieldred is the only new card that's seeing a ton of play. Other than that, and that doesn't really change, you know, how I feel about any particular matchup or cards or whatever the case is. So we'll just have to see, you know. Sometimes it'd be like that. You just gotta kind of adjust as needed. But yeah, wait for a little bit of people. We're basically just gonna run you know, stock list into a league and like see how it does. So nothing crazy. There's like some flex slots and stuff in the deck. Obviously, like Tastiger is clearly a flex slot, and I have yet to activate him. It's just a good play that kind of demands an answer from our opponent, and like, you know, obviously delve spells are very powerful in Pioneer. Allows you to sort of like develop a alternate win con, because one thing that, you know, keeps like the Esper version down, even though like the card quality is really good, is that Esper only has one game plan, and that's it. So like your opponent literally just saves all of their removal for Grease Fang, and you just lose the game. So that's why I feel like, you know, Tasker is good. But you could easily replace Tasker for something else. Friend of mine was talking about like Paragon, Sarah Paragon. And that card seems interesting. I don't necessarily, I tried it in Mardu, not Marty Greasefang, just Marty midrange. I don't necessarily think that, I think it costs a little too much. I think it's going a little too far away from the game plan. You know, a lot of times like our most powerful 4-drop is just playing Isika's Chariot. So, I don't know. If I were to replace Tasker with anything, it might be like a 4th Liliana, or like another Rafine's Informant. Just anything that like helps contribute to our game plan. I wouldn't hate another Can't Stay Away, although like Can't Stay Away can be kind of awkward if you don't have any creatures to bring back in your graveyard. But yeah, I don't know. I think like the Assassin's Trophies is kind of like a new concession to Ley Lines of the Void. A lot of people are playing Ley Lines of the Void now. It's just kind of annoying. Honestly, like the deck that I feel like is probably like the closest matchup that I really want to shore up is probably going to be like Mono Green. Mono Green's really tough. Like if they, in my experience anyway, like if you just got like turn 3 them, like it's no big deal. Like you just win. But like Isika's Chariot isn't really good versus them. Like you kind of have to hit a Parhelion or like a Sky Sovereign on turn 3, which can be, you know, it's obviously very doable, but you basically like can't miss. And if they're on the play, it's even harder. I've had a hard time deciding like whether Fatal Push is good in that matchup or not, like because it hits elves, but like you also just have Witherbloom command. But anyway, I'm just gonna run it back like this. I 4-1 the last league I played in with this one. I 4-1 the league before that, and I 5-0 the league before that. So we have a good record. Just gonna have to see, I guess. But the deck is obviously very good. I will definitely stand by that. I think the deck is up there with red black. I think it's up there with mono green. What else? Blue white control. Maybe even more so. Alright, we're playing against Random Octopus. Sand has no lands. Sand has one land. You do see this a little bit. I think there's some consideration on the draw when you have a one lander and a Satyr Wayfinder. But on the play, it's a little too. Sorry guys, hang on. It's a little too risky. I don't like going to 5, but I also don't like just. Oh my god. Oh, all right. We're going to 4. I mean, yeah. I guess I gotta keep this. Here. I'm gonna go for like the cheesiest way. And hope my opponent kept 7. That was a rough set of mulligans. Okay. Maybe we get lucky though. Kind of does show you how aggressive you can be with this deck though. Okay, we didn't hit any like Parhelions or anything, but might be able to make this work. Opponent opts and keeps the card. Well, never mind. I don't know if they scry to the top or bottom or not. Alright, Ledger Shredder, sure. This is awkward. I really wish we had hit a vehicle, but honestly, like, they wouldn't have played Ledger Shredder there, I don't think. I almost want to attack and like make them block and then can't stay away. Because if I'm just playing Greasefang here, then my opponent like goes like Spell, Magma Spray. It's just awkward. I think I'm just gonna attack here. They might not block. If they don't block, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So then we just play Greasefang anyway. Suppose I could have Can't Stay Away a Rafine's Informant, but like I don't have anything I really want to discard. Unless you get like really lucky and just hit a vehicle off the top. Let me drag this down for you guys a little bit. I'm sorry. There you go. Yeah, so they're gonna do what I thought. They're gonna put a thing in the graveyard. They're gonna Magma Spray this and then probably just leave up a. Oh, okay. So this is like their new card, right? So like all the blue-red decks have kind of shifted over to like just playing Pyromancer. They're not playing Phoenix anymore, which I kind of agree with. Oh, that's perfect. It's a very good draw. Right on curve. I mean, keep in mind, we're on a mold of 4. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing bad for a mold of 4. Alright, there's Peasy. Shocking, yeah. It's probably like 2 spells. Alright, yep, they get their thing. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Crewing doesn't matter. Sure. Okay. This is crew 4.
Look at the sweet prize I won.
Taj, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We are on a Mulda 4 against Blue Red Pyromancer, and I'm doing what I can. I don't think I need to send the Wayfinder, honestly. It's kind of just a fine blocker versus Peasy. Or I'll trade it for an elemental token too. Alright. We're making it a game though. I do have a feeling that we're gonna get blown the fuck out by Treasure Cruise, but what can you do against Blue Red, you know? They're playing the superior Pioneer color. It's coming, trust me. Yep, told you. I'm like a fucking sorcerer, man. I can fucking predict when my opponent is gonna play one of the most busted cards from Pioneer. Alright, we don't have any responses. Again, I'm gonna say this again, one last time. We're on a Mulda 4, so we're not doing too bad. We made it a competitive game on a Mulda 4. Could have potentially won if we had gotten lucky from there, but obviously, you know, that's a tall order. Shocking. Okay. All right, so I mean, I'm gonna play this. I don't really see myself discarding Can't Stay Away. The thing is, they have 4 cards in hand. If we bring back Greasefang, it is 100% gonna die. Like 100%. Is there some world in which like it's better to bring back like Satyr Wayfinder? Could hit Satyr Wayfinder, get a land and a Parhelion, and then we would have Can't Stay Away for backup. I'm gonna go for that line because I don't really like my chances of just bringing back. Oh, they're gonna get to connive. That doesn't matter. It doesn't really change my position. Okay, so whatever it is that's in their hand, they're opting not to discard it in favor of just casting and consider. So yeah, we're just gonna swing with the cats, I think. Swing with the cats. Okay. Basically, like, I want to get my opponent in a position where they either tap out or like don't have removal for Greasefang. I don't think that's gonna happen. See, like, they had removal for Greasefang anyway, so like the Greasefang line, I knew it wasn't gonna work. There was no way they were gonna let me get Greasefang on the table and hit them with Chariot. I mean, we're still racing them. I don't think we're gonna win, but like we made it competitive on a Mulda 4. No blocks. Charting a course. I mean, We're doing this because it costs more mana to do so. I'm pretty certain my Greasefang is gonna die. Sorry. So get another 1/1. Block, 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 block. Take 8. Yeah, they have exactly lethal. Okay. So they like to bring in what? They like to bring in Unlicensed Hearse. Is that the card that they play against me? So Witherbloom Command is nice against the what's his face. I like Unlicensed Hearse here. I think Unlicensed Hearse is pretty good. Liliana, not a huge fan of, especially with an army of 1/1s. But also, like, I don't know, giving them discard fodder, like, it doesn't seem like the best thing. I mean, I know you can minus it to kill a bird or something, but Sky Sovereign, Abrupt Decay, very good. I like Graveyard Trespasser. Can probably cut Rafine's Informant. Assassin's Trophy. I mean, they're not bringing in... They're probably not bringing in Leyline of the Void against me. I don't think they play that card, so I'm not really worried about bringing in Trophy. I kind of want to bring in Duress, but I can't really think of anything to take out for it. That wouldn't, like, start to, you know, dwindle down like our... It would dilute our deck a little bit too much, I think. I mean, I could see cutting like a couple of Wayfinders or something, but I think I'm gonna keep it how it is. This hand doesn't really excite me necessarily, but I think it's a keeper anyway. Especially because, like, Boseiju can kill a Unlicensed Hearse. You know, we have an Unlicensed Hearse of our own, obviously, which is going to stop them from... you know, generating a ton of cards in their graveyard. Okay, no lands, which we don't really care about. Okay. They're kind of forced to hold up removal because, like, if we just slam Greasefang and if they had played like a bird there, we just slam Greasefang and kill them. Obviously, they don't know we don't have Greasefang, but drawing the land kind of sucks there. Just gonna attack here. Attack. Let's just play Unlicensed Hearse. And then just pass. And they have to... Okay, it looks like they don't have another opt or anything. So no opt, no consider. Young Pyromancer. It's kind of annoying. I am gonna assume that they have, like... See, the problem is I didn't see any Phoenixes. They might have a Lightning Axe in their hand. Oh my god, so many lands. People just say shit when they got nothing to say. You want it to be one way, but it's the other way. Do I need to hold up a Seiju for anything? This is crew 2. I kind of don't want to attack just in case I need to crew. Do I want to hold up a Seiju? Not really. I don't really need to. Could have played Concealed Courtyard there. Okay, so they drew a Consider. Had to have, right? The previous turn. But they're holding up something. They're holding up something for Greasefang. There's a Ledger Shredder. They're playing very, very precautiously. At least we get to like see what's in their hand, right? See what's going on. Oh, Rending Volley is the card. Cards of Victory. So one more mana and I can kick it. I guess we take Rending Volley. I mean, it's their most efficient spell. Am I in a position where like I start exiling cards out of my graveyard? I mean, I could also Boseiju this Den of the Bugbear. Hit that as well. Okay, they drew Ledger Shredder. Good thing is they can't really trigger the Connive right now. Okay. Just putting so many fucking cards in my graveyard. Just put Dark Boar Pathway in my hand. And then what? You know, I was hoping to put like a Can't Stay Away and like some creatures or something, you know what I mean? Because right now we're like really not doing anything. Which kind of sucks. And they're like one like opt or what's it called? Opt or Consider away from like triggering these Connives and like going ham. I'm gonna actually start doing this to my graveyard. Because I want to actually grow this thing. Have 4 cards in hand. The Chariot. The Temple Garden tapped. I want to crew this. Kind of do. I mean, they're just gonna... What are they gonna do? They're gonna just block with an elemental token. But at least it gets like a 1/1 off the table. Oh, they drew in a Braid. Kind of annoying. Alright. Well, I mean, that was gonna die anyway. Wanna get this kill to Fires of Victory, but then again, I guess I kind of don't care. It's a crew 4. Yeah, I'll just attack with one of these guys. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
pessimistic, but I gotta just go. Spin a globe, put my finger down, that's where we'll go. Travel around the world, never looking back once. Used to roll up to the through for them backwoods. We were only 14, but they never asked us. Drinking shitty K while the cars flying past us. And maybe we some bastards, but you can't outlast us. Probably should've finished school, maybe got my master's. Dog, I'm fucking pissed off, so much shit just pent up. You want me to conform and wear a suit, call you sir? I'd rather get brandy face and trauma like with her. Life flies by in a blur. I ain't got time for the 9-5, so I turn a blind eye. Maybe
And we're battling. It's not very good, but it's, I mean, we're doing what we can.
Kinda like the head again, it done 100 laps, but ain't running fast. See, I hopped on a train that I thought was abandoned. Turns out it goes straight to Atlantis.
The real problem is we haven't drawn, like, well, besides getting like flooded, we haven't really drawn an answer to like Young Pyromancer, so they're just kind of going wild with it. All right. They're holding that steam vents in their hand. I mean, I guess it does keep their hand count high. Oh yeah, now they're just gonna connive and okay, they discarded the steam vents. Must have hit another land. Or assuming they're gonna hit another land, I guess. And they're gonna shock. Alright. So keeping that Fires of Victory up.
oh, I know. Either way we turn, there's just nowhere to go. I promised everything. So I know. I guess I lost track. I got carried away. You say you hate me. Yeah. Well, that shows. So maybe you should just grab your shit and go. You was a rider. Yeah. Well, I'm alone. Yeah. So go home.
Trying to be the change in the world, change for the world, but the girls came over, so I came for the girls.
Oh my god.
Chains in the queen, now I'm lost in the dreams, you were stains on the pearl. Got Henny for a thigh, Pellegrino for the actress, penny for your thighs, put a milli on the
Hold on one second, guys.
on the steak, went for Philly on a Dallas, and never slept, but I spent a milli on a mattress. Heart is breaking for you, moving backwards. Wildin', I've been trying to find my balance. I love to speak, but sometimes one word's worth more than 1,000.
All right, sorry about that. Okay, so kind of screwed here. I mean, I guess we just like we just crew and just like fucking get our chariot killed to the Fires of Victory. And it's kind of rough. I guess this is a good reason to bring in like duress, right? We just have to get these removal spells out of their hand. I was assuming like my backup plan might be good enough, but I just don't think it is. Chariot is also kind of like embarrassing in the face of Young Peasy, but like let's say like we don't get flooded and we do draw like some removal. I mean, I can't swing with the cats. We have milled so many. I'm just gonna concede. This game's a lost cause. I've wasted enough of their time. Yeah, we needed we mulled a 4 game 1, and then game 2 we got like super fucking flooded. But I definitely think that maybe I'm supposed to bring in duress. I just can't think of anything to take out, but I guess you would just kind of have to shave like maybe like some number of chariots. I don't know. But Chariot is just so good if Young Pyromancer doesn't live. If Young Pyromancer doesn't live, then like Chariot just goes nuts. And they don't have, so it can't be right. I think maybe I just got a little unlucky. obviously, if these Assassin's Trophies were abrupt decays, we'd be bringing them in too, I think. I do think taking the lilies out was correct. Tasker would have looked at least a little decent there, but once again, you know, just bad in the face of Young Pyromancer. I don't think... I mean, do you bring in Fatal Push in a matchup where your opponent's only playing like 8 creatures that it can hit? I mean, maybe they're playing Crackling Drake post board, but I don't think so. Sorry, guys. Alright, this hand's great. Hand is great. I love you, little buddy. My little puppy dog. Alright, green. Cool. We can kill that. Green, black. Every player mills 3 cards and return a land and kill that. Even if we don't hit a land here, I've learned like not to care. We're just trying to hit a Parhelion, preferably, or any other vehicle. Land is fine. Oh, I know what we're playing now. Okay. Sick. Kind of just like narrows down what I'm gonna do. Of course, we did the correct play by choosing the old art. Actually could have been a mistake there, because if they go land Karn, this play is not nearly as good, which is unfortunate. Probably should have just played Grease Fang there. Yeah. It's kind of a misplay by me. So discarded Wolf Hollow Haven. I didn't think about it until after the fact, so I'm hoping they don't have a Karn here, because that's going to really punish me for my line. Okay, thank God. I still think I'm bringing back... the Sky Sovereign, maybe? I mean, if I bring back Chariot, they block. It just gives them more decisions. They didn't play Karn, so they don't have Karn in their hand. Makes me think they have, like... 3. Yeah. Just gonna play this and then swing with Sky Sovereign, I think. And I'm gonna plus.
Some people never been cut off for this niggas fabricated. Shame, stress. Really, I wish I seen less and was happy more. Could imagine more. Summer black hot in the dragon war. I was in love with the matador. Mad at the fact that I had to tour. I had to dip on the road getting chips. I'm a tortilla. Shipping the Julio straight with the lime till I'm toasting. I was too used to her love. Too used to using excuses. Stood up on
Kill this. I mean, it's a little unfortunate because it does ramp them. It's the problem with the old growth troll is like you kill it and it's like equally problematic. You're getting them down to 2 cards, but if, in my experience, they just somehow find a way every time. It seems like Mono Green is just really good at like finding a way to, oh wow, are they just gonna skip through their turn? No action? There's no way. They always find some way out of this shit. I mean, we're getting close to an ultimate here, though. Are they gonna fight? I think they're playing the Hydra, where they fight something. Is that what they're... Okay, they're just playing Karn. Karn's kind of a terrible play, because then we just play Sky Sovereign and kill it, right? They must have drawn that Karn, like, because there's no way they didn't play they wouldn't play the Karn when they had the opportunity to. They must have just drawn it. I mean, what do you get here? Do you just get like Grafdigger's Cage or like Tormod's Crypt or something? Or just something to discard? Pithing Needle. Naming Liliana. Well, that does certainly do something. I could... No, I couldn't do that. Never mind, I lied. I was about to say I could go for the kill, but I lied. Can't do that. I should have made sure it didn't have to be crewed by fucking Greasefang to get haste. Alright. Put you down to 6. 2 cards in hand. You know what's crazy is like Mono Green can like still win from this spot. That's what's like nuts about this deck, is that like it can still cast like, what is it called, the spell with flashback, and then get like a Kiora and a Karn in play and like play like a Nykthos and just start going nuts. Like, so dumb. Alright, so this is a matchup where like I'll typically cut like a decent amount of cards just to get some interaction, some early interaction going. I definitely love Abrupt Decay in this matchup. It just hits so much. I have been bringing in Duress, although I'm now questioning whether or not that's even correct. Chariot's like kind of tricky because it doesn't get past Cavalier, and it can get blocked by Troll, so it's like it's sort of weird. Like, I think Sky Sovereign is better. I do want to bring in Fatal Push. I might just cut all of my Chariots, honestly. It seems kind of bad, but they bring in all the Fatal Pushes and then like maybe trophies. Trophy answers Karn and stuff. I mean, Karn's problematic. It's kind of why I like Trophy. It's just so versatile. Usually, though, what ends up actually happening is like you answer Karn and then they just like get it back somehow or just play another one. Yeah, we'll just roll with this. Yeah, I mean, It's got a Witherbloom command for an early elf. It's got the Thoughtseize. And mold to 6. Turn 1 elf. Alright, Thoughtseize you. See what's going on over there. Alright, Hydra and Wolf Hollow Haven. So, I mean, we can actually... I'm going to take Hydra. I can actually kill their Wolf Hollow Haven with Witherbloom command. Yep. I have 2 cards in hand. It's a forest and 1 unknown. Alright. Destroy that, kill that.
Read intentions clear, I'm never second guessing. I'm ready, born a ball. My chick is ready too. She dressing for the ball. Giuseppe on the shoes. The scary way we grew up, only a few of us.
I don't even know if it's worth like interacting there, knowing like what I know. Oh, okay. I mean, might as well, right? Alright, let's hope they don't go land Karn. That's gonna be really annoying. Okay, cool. Salvage. Greasefang? Greasefang Parhelion? That's what we like to see. Alright. Can you stop me?
Life had a nigga tripping, I ain't know why, how. I gotta stay free out in these streets, dog. I don't like house. Took over the lease on that bitch, now it's my house.
Do you have Boseiju?
Shit is on flight now. Switch up on me, better be prepared to turn your lights out. Settle shit like grown men, not
Looks
now.
like no.
And I'm pulling up Dolo on your set, ain't no timeouts. Face to face, no DMs, my nigga, I don't like to type out. Young Sylvan back and I'm done with the antics. Anytime I reach, I want niggas to get frantic. Nice guys don't finish last, we lay low, then plan shit. Pull up on you like, hey dog, then
Alright.
your family.
This game's over.
I need my racks up front, no more free Randy. I used to pray the world would understand me, but fuck understanding it is what it can be. Young Sylvan back and I'm done with the antics. Anytime I reach, I want.
I didn't play land last turn, so. Alright. You dead? Y'all finished or y'all done?
Understand me, but fuck understanding it is what it can be. Fuck trying to see the bigger picture, I was already in a feature. Mom suit with the red rose in my left pocket, Mona Lisa. I ain't gotta explain shit, dog. I'm a grown man. Gon' creep up. Gotta get you and your man's rock bottom, elbow strapped to the bleachers. Made love like 3 times this morning, hard for me to keep up. I can't trust my instincts, all a nigga wanna see the. Nah, I said the world is mine. I ain't really listen. I was on some fuck shit. Ain't shit to do all day, but the hustle way to hit the function. But I'm in this bitch, dog.
Just hoping I like click through my combat or something. It ain't gonna happen.
Told me if a nigga pop shit, I'm going Chris Paul. Why you think I brought the stuff so I don't get pissed off? Said assimilate, ain't no ops getting tipped off. Got it from the truck, ain't shit getting.
Alright. The quintessential lose my first match and then proceed to win out. That's what happened last league that I played in. I'm really curious about these Assassin's trophies, you know, like they're really good at answering like just a multitude of threats, but I do hate the prospect of giving my opponent a land. That is typically a bad downside, especially against a deck like Mono Green, who can sometimes come down to like being 1 land shy of just killing you. So I don't know. I will say I played against Mono Green like 3 times now, and I'm 2-1 against it. But the loss that I had, I used Assassin's Trophy like multiple times on Karns, and it just ended up not mattering at all. But I guess it just depends. We just had like Witherbloom command is really good at interacting with them, as you saw. Like you don't have to do the mill moat, you can just kill their enchantment and kill their elf, and like that's the best 2-for-1 I think you're gonna get in that matchup. And it's usually good enough to get you there. We are on the draw. Obviously, it's a combo deck. We like to be on the play, but it's okay. I mean, really, like we lost round 1, but we did mull to infinity. I'm gonna keep this hand. I think it's fine. Mana's good. Grizzly Salvage is always nice, especially with Can't Stay Away in hand. The dream is to mill over a Parhelion and a Grease Fang. But we could always mill over something else, like a, you know, Rafine's Informant or something. I'm not above bringing back one of those cards. All right, opponent, what you doing? Let's play Magic. So, what do you guys think of like the state of Pioneer right now? I've heard a lot of people say that like Pioneer is, you know, a terrible format and they hate it and they can't wait until they can be done playing it. Heard other people say that it's the best format, Modern sucks, blah blah blah. I'm just curious like what the general consensus is. Me personally, like, I mean, I kind of enjoy Pioneer. Like, I don't dislike it or anything. I mean, obviously, I'm here playing it, right? Okay, so we're playing against Spirits. Is it mono blue? No, it's blue white. Possibly Bant. Depending on what I draw, I may main phase. Oh god, Shackle Geist is super fucking annoying. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, if I drew something I wanted to resolve the following turn, I would have let them Spell Queller this, but I don't think I can afford to, unfortunately. Alright, well. Yeah, until next end step. Henry says, I'm loving it better. Tired of 4-color elementals, Murktide, 4-color Omnath. That is getting boring. Yeah, I feel you. It is, it definitely makes the format stale when it's like the same decks over and over again, right? I can definitely understand that. So I think it's just blue-white, because I don't think Bant plays Curious Obsession. Obviously, like, this would dilute your Collect a Company hits too much. Alright. Well, our mana's good. I might just resolve Grease Fang here. Although I do kind of worry. I do kind of worry that my opponent may Skyclave Apparition me. So maybe it's better to just Can't Stay Away. Yeah. They don't have double white. They may just counter this anyway, so it may not even end up mattering. I don't exactly know what blue-white Spirits plays these days. Okay, apparently they do play counter magic. I played 4-color Bring the Light almost 2 years in the modern format change with Modern Horizons 2, but it hasn't since then. Yeah, there just hasn't been any like impactful cards to really like vastly change the archetypes, right? The format has definitely gotten more combo heavy since people understand that like combo is pretty good against like 4-color Omnath. I mean, I could always Beseiju this Curious Obsession and they wouldn't be able to counter it, but I think think I'm just locked out here. The thing about the Spirits deck is like it hinges pretty highly on like going first and like being able to stay ahead of your opponent, and that's exactly what our opponent has done here. Man, they play that land so fast. But yeah, I feel you. I mean, I was playing 4-color elementals for a long time, and I said after my last tournament that I just needed like a mental break from the deck. It was too much for me after a certain point. Like I was starting to get like bad headaches while I was playing it, and what really I think did it for me was like I was starting to feel pressure, like my opponents were rushing me and stuff, and obviously they were, and I can understand why, but like I was never the one really playing slow, and that started to get like annoying for me. So okay. So I ended up deciding like I ended up like throwing together a couple of things, and now I have more options, but I think I'm on Grinding Breach for Paper Magic. If I'm playing online Modern, then I've been wanting to try Glimpse Elementals again with that's just lethal, yeah. I've been wanting to try it with the new Chancellor, well not new, but the Chancellor version, because that version seems like very good and very consistent. Okay, we're definitely bringing in Fatal Pushes here. Liliana might be a little hard to resolve. Honestly, this should be an okay matchup. I think we could probably just cut some of the flex slots here. Liliana can go. We don't necessarily need Thought Seizes for this matchup, but it does help clear the way a little bit. I'm more interested in just like killing their stuff. I think this is like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? They were on the play, like they've got to stay ahead of us. Kind of worked out for them. Maybe like Liliana is better than Rafine's Informant because it can just kill shit easier. I'm trying to think of like what else to cut here. I don't really want to take out. How about we just keep in? This might be a little unconventional. How about we just keep in 2 Thought Seizes and all 3 Lilianas, especially on the play. Alright, this hand's good. Wither Bloom Command's a little awkward. Yeah, Wayfinders do feel a little slow. I worry sometimes with this deck because it plays so few lands that I worry if I cut like Wayfinders and salvages that like I'll miss land drops and I'll regret it. But Witherbloom Command helps too, I guess. It's honestly part of the reason why the deck can run so few lands. Yeah, like the Spirits deck seems decent. It definitely struggles when it doesn't win the die roll. I've found. I think Bant Spirits is just better in that regard. But if you can win die rolls, then you'd be good to go. Gonna leave up the Fatal Push here. Okay. Do we want to use this? Probably not. I don't want to use it to like kill a creature. I don't want to make them like lose life. That seems kind of bad. Yeah, if only. All the other ones are instant. Yeah, let me tell you. about that rattle chains. I assume Ezekiel's Chariot is gonna get hit by fucking what's his face, Spell Queller. But I'm not really doing anything else. It's tough to say. Like do you play a card in the Spell Queller when you know it's gonna be Spell Quellered, you know? Especially when my opponent can like untap, go Curious Obsession, and then like attack me, play a land, say go. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, they're gonna do exactly what I'm describing, and it's like I know what they're going to do, and I can tell like what cards are in their hand, but I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean?
I need good vibes around me, nothing else. Link this thing and she was like, V, you're something else. I'm only moving on if it's on to bigger and better. I need more cheeks, my new thing's back is bigger than ever. And she know I love it, so she gotta flaunt it. Got big plans, gonna make that work, I'm gonna sort it. I never force it. Must move like Vandross, can't help it, I just go in. Every single time it's
Hold
more
on.
like bang bros. Cause I got that something special. What I got can't be taught, you know when God just blessed you. Can't let anything get you. Gotta make things happen. Life at the bottom will stress you. Need good vibes, please don't bring no wahala around me. Got real close.
This would be a good opportunity to follow up on like a Liliana, but obviously we didn't have a Liliana. They played around it. I do think they have another Spell Queller in hand.
Rather just keep them guessing. Hit my line, trying to line a sesh. But baby, I'm in a session. Cause I got that something special. What I got can't be taught. You know when God just
Yeah, it's kind of obvious, right?
can't let anything get you. Gotta make things happen. Life at the bottom will stress you.
Well, the good news is in 2 turns we can just play Parhelion. You know, provided it doesn't get a Lofty denial. Uh-huh. Still holding up that Spell Queller. I mean, one more land and we can play Parhelion, right? Unfortunately, we're gonna die before that that means anything. Especially because it's a crew 4. Yeah, those are just some bad draws. I sworn I set that stop for their main phase. Or their upkeep, rather. Did I say main phase? This is gonna get spell quellered, so it doesn't really matter, but I suppose I could cast like Lofty Denial. I don't. Yeah, see. We knew the spell queller was in their hand. It's just like, what can you really do about it at that point? You know, we just didn't have enough like pressure to like force them to play the spell queller in an inopportune time, so they were just able to hold it like the entire game. And you know, like the turn that I cast the Chariot and the spell queller, like I suppose I was supposed to just keep it, but I mean it's tough. Like it's kind of like, do you bank on drawing more lands, or do you bank on drawing more non-lands? And I mean, in a deck that's only playing like what, 21 lands? 21 lands, I think. Yeah, 21 lands. Like you'd assume like you would just stop drawing lands, but it's not always the case, obviously. Good hand though. Oh god, are we playing against the deck again? All right, well, just gonna do this because we're gonna hope to get lucky here. Okay. Blue white. I mean, even if I get censored, I kind of don't care. Yeah, that's fine. If they don't have censor there, we basically win. I mean, I don't really see another, unless they, no, yeah, there's no way they come back from that. So now we have to play around Absorb. So yeah, so they probably have Absorb. I'm gonna play Rafine's Informant.
Poker face on for the big jug. You niggas can't read me like a big book. I'm right on the hood like Pacquiao. Fight for the crown, I ain't backing out. We know you don't live what you rap about. You must have quit rapping, what you acting out? We saw you with your girl, but she called me later. Truly, she always do me like a favor. Came in the mouth, she drank Sprite as a chaser. Then I go knock a new hoe to replace her. Damn, astronomy, bitch, I'm a star.
Maybe I'm not supposed to play around Absorb there. Maybe I'm just supposed to jam the Grease Fang. Alright, well, now we got multiple Grease Fangs going. Give me a, can't stay away. Saw it coming. It'd probably help if I tap the right lands for this. Just keep hitting our land drops here. Keep pressuring our opponent, you know. Rafine's Informant's going to get in a good bit of damage. And if we draw a can't stay away, then we're in awesome shape. Perfect. Confused. Like, I would assume they would have taken like some game action there at some point, but like they're playing like, I don't know. Blue-eye control decks are always a mystery. Sometimes they just jam random cards in there, like Settle the Wreckage or some shit. Okay, they're just gonna play. It's not gonna really help them. Okay. So they're gonna hope to verdict me, basically. Obviously, we know they're dead. Blue-eye control. Definitely want these duresses. Witherbloom Command is kind of like medium against them. This is like the one matchup where I feel like Witherbloom Command just doesn't cut it. Assassin's Trophy is very good though. I also like Graveyard Trespasser as like an extra threat. Don't really, I mean, they're bringing in Rest in Peace. Abrupt Decay is good, but I can't really think of anything else that it hits. Do they play Rest in Peace now? Is that their card of choice? Sky Sovereign's okay against them. I mean, it is a threat. I like Rafine's Informant here actually as an additional threat. I mean, as you saw, like it actually got in a lot of damage there. So I might actually cut some Satyr Wayfinders. Tasker is kind of amazing in grindy matchups, but is it possible that Tasker is like not great here because we anticipate our opponent's going to bring in Rest in Peace? Yeah, I'm going to take out Tasker, maybe. Something like this. I don't know. If we see Rest in Peace, then we'll bring in Abrupt Decay. This hand's great. I mean, it could have a Light Source in it, but I love the prospect of like Duress Liliana, like win the slow game against them. Alright, double Duress. Sounds good to me. Foretell for 2. No. They kept kind of a bad hand. It's tough. Like, I kind of don't care about the Supreme Verdict. Truth be told, I'm just gonna take the Teferi. Perfect. So I'd like to see if they played an untapped land, I would be a little nervous. Just need this to resolve. Oh my god, did they draw a motherfucking censor? Oh my fucking god, fuck you. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. It's like, what are the damn odds? Just absolutely catch me with my dick in my hand. In my fucking land. Alright, I have 2 cards and 1 unknown. There's Rest in Peace. It's fine. We have an answer for it. All they really nabbed was a Can't Stay Away. Honestly, that Grizzly Salvage kind of makes me want to go for it, but I think I'm gonna do this first. Just win the fair game. I know they're gonna Supreme Verdict me. Kind of less worried about that. Obviously, we let them keep the Supreme Verdict so they could do this. And we have another Chariot in hand. Alright, good. We do want to keep hitting our land drops. It's important. Alright, so we go ahead and play another Chariot. We keep the one with haste. Or not haste, but you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I mean. Crew. Make some more kitties. They did bring in Rest in Peace, though. It's important to note, like, Witherbloom Command does hit Rest in Peace. So it is important to note. And also, obviously, Abrupt Decay. Very good against Rest in Peace. What's up, Kyle? How's it going, man? Long time no see. Do I want to play around the Wandering Emperor? Not really. 3, so hang on a second. I mean, they make Hall of the Storm Giants a creature. We have to make a decision about, do we want to get rid of this Rest in Peace or not? Or do we want to answer the Hall of the Storm Giants and try to win a fair game? I think it's just a lot more realistic to just play with what's in front of us and answer the Hall. And obviously, if they like Wandering Emperor, then we'll go for the other play. Yeah, it's just Ward 3. They basically just have to hope they don't get another Supreme Verdict. And we're in good shape. Might as well play it, right? Ain't no reason not to. Alright, cool. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. We're gonna try to salvage this. We're gonna go 3-2. It's gonna be amazing. And then we'll reassess where we're at with the deck. So just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. It's okay. It's just, she's persistent. She called me, and then she called you.
Back in the coop, left, right, and we splashing the goose. Pass time till we run them the loot. Ain't pass time till we run in the move. 9-9, nigga, fill up the move. Mama's still crying, but we push the move. I got the fire and it's stashed in my pool. We skirt out them wires, I'm ready to shoot. Pull at that brick on the north side, pull at that stick, north side, get the whole clip in this goddamn whip. We gon' put that shit in this north side, bitch, this north side, north side. Curve on your perv, let it curve on your side. We gon' put a curve on your perv, let it curve on your side.
Transfer your contacts. Like, I understand, Mom. I understand. Mom, I know how phone works. Mom, I gotta go. Oh, God. Your mother. Call your mother. Oh, shit. It's karma. One of my little lamps fell over. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, so far, Assassin's Trophy is just proven to kind of be strictly worse than Abrupt Decay, but, like, I don't really know. You gotta have an answer in the 75 for Leyline of the Void. I feel like you gotta respect it. Other than, like, Boseiju, right? This hand's good. Keep it. We get a good hit off of this Satyr Wayfinder, we might be able to, like, Can't Stay Away and, you know, get our opponent with the old Grease Fang. Uh-oh, are you playing the mirror? I might be playing the mirror, boys. I think it is. Oh, man. Are they going to live the dream? They might live the dream on us. If they have a Can't Stay Away in the hand, that's going to be really rough. Yeah, if they can't stay away me, oof. Don't do it. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it. Oh my God, they did it. Okay, I mean, we're not dead, but, like, we're dead, right? They did that thing that, like, you know, we try to do with our deck.
Smoke,
Yeah, we're basically fucking dead. Alright. Definitely taking out these Lilianas. I don't need to give my opponent a way to discard their, you know, thing. Definitely bringing in these Graveyard Trespassers. Probably take out this task here. There's not really anything for me to Fatal Push. I think Abrupt Decay is good. Abrupt Decay answers, what do you call it? It answers, Grease Fang. It answers Unlicensed Hearse, which is obviously very important. Do we take out some number of Thoughtseize here? I like the information that Thoughtseize provides for us. It's pretty invaluable. Like, part of me wants to just take out Thoughtseizes and I don't know. I guess I'll take out like Can't Stay Away and a Rafine's Informant. I mean, goddamn, this hand's like, it's very land heavy. It doesn't really do much. I'm gonna mulligan this one. I mean, double Thoughtseize on Licensed Hearse, Grizzly Salvage. I'm gonna put back the Chariot. This is a risky keep, kind of. Alright, let's Thoughtseize them. Even if we whiff on a land, at least we can Thoughtseize them next turn. Alright, so I mean, their hand's pretty decent. I can take away their turn 1 play. Stitcher Supplier is really hit or miss. It's not a very good card, honestly. It's good for like living the dream like they did game 1, but like it's not good, really good beyond that. I could take their Satyr Wayfinder and their Grizzly Salvage, like try to starve them on lands. Yeah, I might go with that play. Okay, see, that's why this card's not good. Alright, so do this. We go ahead and just play Unlicensed Hearse. That way there's just no way they can go off. Start to grow this Hearse a little bit. And then next turn we'll Salvage and Thoughtseize. Okay, they did draw a land. Sure. All right. I was about to say we're taking that Knight of Autumn. All right. Well, I don't know, man. Like, it's tough to say, honestly, like what's good and what's not. Like, Sky Sovereign is obviously very good too, usually. But it just depends. It just depends. I think I'm gonna keep it like it is. The thing about Fatal Push is it's normally like a card that's okay, but like I just don't have a whole lot of ways of triggering it. This hand is very contingent on them not thought seizing me. I'm gonna keep it, but not like super thrilled about it. Alright, they're thought seizing me. They're gonna take unlicensed probably. Yeah, that's about what I thought was gonna happen. It's too bad can't stay away. Can't hit unlicensed. Okay. Well, that's a pretty easy choice. Their hand's not good either. I mean, alright, they drew that. We need a white source, like, really bad. This is where, like, mana confluence is actually pretty good for them, because, like, normally it would be a liability in, like, some matchups, but... Uh-oh. Alright, they didn't hit any vehicles. Alright, give me a white source, please. Thank you. I don't really want to Thoughtseize them and hit Parhelion. I'm not really into that. God, the mana in this format. Actual agony. Yeah, completely, dude. I totally agree. Yeah, I'm not going to Thoughtseize them and discard their Parhelion. That seems kind of bad. There's a Chariot. It's pretty good. Okay. Do I attack here and then can't stay away? I think so. I just play Concealed Courtyard. Use Rafine's Informant as a blocker. And then next turn, potentially, we can hit a Grease Fang. Alright. Eldritch Evolution, that's interesting. I have Parhelion and that's it. They attack with the cat token. I think I'm blocking the cat token, I think. Yeah. Take 2 extra damage, but like we get a creature off the battlefield. Okay, that does kind of change things a little bit. So we're gonna, oops. So we're gonna do this and look for a Grease Fang. Okay. Well, I'm just debating whether or not it's correct to take a land since we already have a Rafine's Informant in the yard, but I guess we just take the Informant. It kind of sucks. I suppose I should have played the Informant first. There's a possibility that I'm just gonna lose this game based on just not hitting my combo. I'm going for it like super hard and missing. Okay. I mean, they don't have a vehicle, so they're just playing that. And they're gonna hit me for 6, possibly. I mean, can this game even be salvaged at this point?
You got money on your mind, it's all it is. And you're trying to get me down with all of it. I don't care, money on your mind, it's all it is.
We block here, we take 3, 7, 8, go to 4. Following turn even if we hit Grease Fang, we hit them for 13. We have 2 blockers. We're at that point, we're at 3, 7, 8. We're at 4. They just crew attack with everything, and we can only block 2 things. Block. Or we play Chariot.
And you're trying to get me down with all of it. I don't care, money on your mind, it's all it is.
I don't actually know what the correct play is.
Oh, see, you got dollars in your pockets full of it.
I don't think there is a way in which I can win. I think I missed my window. There's like no way. Yeah. Outside of like a board wipe, like a legitimate board wipe, I don't think there's really a way. I think that oh, look who showed up. I think that Grizzly Salvage was supposed to hit a Grease Fang, and it was like one card away, right? Is that what it was? We need them to be at 13 to have any chance here. Yeah, for sure. Can Sky Sovereign them, but that doesn't solve our problem. In fact, Parhelion is strictly better. So get a Parhelion. I don't know.
I said, God, give me a warning. Please take me for the morning, so I leave more disappointments than I ever will appointments. Give a fuck about your feelings, rub it in. This your ointment can't depend on
Attack. I'm not doing the math. I'm just doing it.
for your statement. This shit and the payment that is on. Word is born. I've been on like a track phone. I ain't going back home. Say what I do, trick. Yeah, I think I'm taxed on. Go where I live. Oh, you gon' need a chaperone. Not online,
Then we're just dead, right?
they put them pills up in your city. 'Cause
3 blockers. Are we alive? Did we live? No, we lived. I think we lived. Oh no, we lost because they drew our Fiend's Informant. Yeah. I mean, very close. They were dead otherwise. I think, right? Because then they crew this. I don't know. I'm gonna let them attack. Yeah. I'm gonna let them attack. Oh yeah, that's right. They get the 2 angels. I'm dumb. Yeah, we're fucking dead as fuck. Yeah. Well, at least we know like they lost otherwise. Yeah, I don't know. I think like the Assassin's Trophies, I just don't want to be cold to Leyline of the Void, but like I've literally only seen Leyline of the Void 1 time. So like I feel like this would just be Abrupt Decay again. As far as like other cards to run, I don't really see too much variation in the list. They all seem very, very, very similar. Let's see. Pioneer, Abzan, Grease Fang. Yeah, this person plays a lot of this deck, and this is basically the list that I kind of copied, and then just inserted Liliana's. This person's only playing 1 Liliana the Veil, which I find crazy, because if you want to talk about a card that's like really overperformed, it's Liliana, for me anyway. Who's even playing the Leyline? Various people. Like, as far as like tier 1 decks, virtually nobody. I mean, maybe Red Black if they're getting like kind of froggy, but I think most people are just going to copy Misplaced Ginger's list, and I have never seen him play Leyline. It's pretty much always unlicensed hearse for him. So yeah, Elder Gargaroth. That's very interesting. Yeah, they're playing 2 lilies on the board. I've seen people, like I have a friend, you guys are getting a little personal look into my Facebook life. I have a friend that plays Mardu Greasefang a lot, and he is a very good Magic player, and he plays like a lot of like various threats in the board. Like Hub Nixilis is very interesting. Yeah, I agree. Liliana has really like we didn't play against it that league, but like playing against Rakdos midrange, Liliana really outperforms in that matchup specifically, because like on curve they play a graveyard trespasser and you just like minus Liliana. It feels so good. Normally that card's obviously difficult to deal with, but yeah, I definitely think like going back to abrupt decays in the board over Assassin's Trophy, and maybe one Assassin's Trophy. I don't know. Just get back to this. And then in terms of like other cards to run, I really don't feel obligated to change much of anything. He's playing 2 Sky Sovereigns, but this version doesn't play Ezekiel's Chariot, so it's not necessary. Vanishing Burst is an interesting one. Oh, well, he doesn't work there anymore, but I understand. Yeah, I shouldn't have doxed him like that. Vanishing Burst is good. I think I could see, like, I could get behind like 1 or 2 Vanishing Bursts in the board. Like, maybe even in the main. I see a lot of Seasoned Hollow Blade. I could see like running some Seasoned Hollow Blades, but I think Seasoned Hollow Blade fits more in the Mardu Grace Fang build, because they have like more, I don't know, they have more low to the ground threats like Blood Tithe Harvester. Like Satyr Wayfinder is not competing with Blood Tithe Harvester in that regard. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely like some different spins you can put on it. What do you think about Tasker? Do you think Tasker should be cut? I could see cutting Tasker, honestly. He's not playing Can't Stay Away. That's crazy. Oh, I will say one of the biggest things that I see a lot in different lists is people playing what do you call it? The card that mills cards. The one that the zombie that we played, or our opponent played. Stitcher Supplier. A lot of people play Stitcher Supplier, some people don't. I think the card's just too unpredictable. Like, you potentially live the dream with it, and it does mill cards, but like your opponent's never going to kill it, so it's pretty much only going to mill 3 cards. I've yet to play Pioneer this month, TBH. Haven't had cash for Mana Traders. Tasker seems cute, but I've yet to actually experience with him. So like Tasker, I've never used its mill effect, but it has been like a relevant body. Like making a 4/5 on turn 3 when you're not comboing off has been like pretty nice. It's a good blocker against like red and other aggro decks. Like when you're not comboing, Tasker is nice, but like I said, I've never actually activated him, so I don't. That's why I'm not super duper high on it. I think I might cut it for like 4th Informant. It's a very minor change, but it's probably worth it. There's not any other like relevant delve spells, right? Like in these colors anyway. I know there's like a black delve spell that makes people discard 2 cards. It's a Mine Rot. There's Gurmag Angler. This card's kind of cute actually, but it's definitely a Nombo. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Oh my god, that's so expensive. Soul Flare. Acropolis Fiend, dude. I mean, delve 7 for a 4/5 flyer. There's Murderous Cut. Murderous Cut's actually not terrible. I don't hate Murderous Cut. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. There's this card. It's like a Popper All-Star. Yeah, this is the Mine Rot that I was talking about. Informant always feels good. Yeah, Informant, yeah, just having more copies of like the cards that do what we want them to do, right? Like, this deck's only trying to do really one thing. Game 1 anyway. I love Witherbloom Command in this deck. It's done so much. Yeah, 3 copies of Can't Stay Away, 3 copies of Liliana feels right. I never really want too many of these. Like, having one of them has just been enough, really. I think that's where I want to go with it for now. Can get some Abrupt Decays and like run another league or something. I don't know if I probably won't have time to finish it, but yeah, I agree. It's like one of those planeswalkers that, like, I mean, obviously you can discard one to the other, but like, it's definitely awkward sometimes when you're on the draw and your opponent plays like multiple creatures and some of them don't matter. But like I said, against Black Red, it's been phenomenal. I think adding anything else right now just feels like too cute. Like, I understand people adding, like, I don't know. I've seen people adding like ways to protect Greasefang and Knight of Autumn and shit like that, but I mean, is Knight of Autumn really even that good? It feels kind of bad. I'd rather just have Abrupt Decay. I guess they're playing Knight of Autumn because A, it's okay against mono red, but also like B, it answers Leyline of the Void. And with this 75, you're kind of conceding that like Leyline of the Void is just gonna beat you if your opponent plays one. You have Boseiju and that's it. I also see some people playing like Sunset Revelry, but that seems kind of nonsense. Yeah, I saw one Leyline and I changed my deck. Maybe I should have just kept it the way it is. Okay. So overall record with the deck, we have a 5-0, a 4-1, a 4-1, and a 2-3. So not bad. Problem with leagues is you never get the proper competitive. Absolutely. Yeah, leagues are definitely noise, for sure. For sure. I think this hand's fine. Is it correct to shock in Overgrown soon? I'm just gonna play the Dark Lord Pathway. Just in case. Oh, well, these Witherbloom commands are going to be kind of good. Do we want to just take Brave the Elements here? Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm going to wait to 2-for-1 them, though, I think. So next turn, I'm thinking I'm just going to Thoughtseize them. It's fine. Oof, that's kind of tempting. Like, destroy this and mill 3. And get a land, possibly. Okay. I've convinced myself. Oh, wait. Yikes, I just realized I can't kill this. Okay, well. Well, he didn't get what we wanted anyway. Yeah, I should have just thought seized them. Silly me. So they play aspirant. No, I'm just gonna double with bodyguard. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Might have been too good. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna thought seize them. Take that Luminarch Aspirant out of their hand. Yeah. Double Mutavault. Alright, so it is a little awkward like that. You can't destroy a land, or excuse me, a creature. Oh, that's a good draw. Uh-oh. Might be in trouble. 100% could have been an instant. 100% could have said my suit toughness. And then that would have been all that good. Yeah, probably. Okay. It's probably fucked, right? I go to 8. Yeah, I mean, only chance we got is like hopefully hitting a Parhelion, and then even then I don't think it does it right, because they attack. This gets bigger. They just have lethal next turn, I think. Yeah, rough. Definitely taking out Thought Seizes in this matchup. Definitely bring in Fatal Pushes, Abrupt Decays, Sky Sovereign. It's kind of an easy transition. Play a little Splinter Twin. Yeah. I mean, what's the order in which they're like played / good is like what? Kolaghan's Command, followed by Cryptic Command, and then it's like, is it Ojutai's Command? Is that the third best one? I guess it would be Witherbloom Command, right? It's maybe, I don't know. Prismari Command is like okay. It's not like, I get Prismari's Command is probably like the 5th greatest one, greatest. The Strixhaven ones, yeah, they're definitely not good as their predecessors, that's for sure. I don't know, what the fuck are they doing? Are they like looking up an Abzan list, or did their mom tell them they gotta do the dishes now? Okay. I think that hitting that Adeline on Gurf, oof, that was the real. Yeah. What are the motes on Prismari? It's draw 2, discard 2. It's create a treasure token and destroy an artifact, right? I'd say that's pretty good. And it being instant speed, only costing 1 more mana. Pretty strong. Yeah, like Witherbloom Command being the only non-instant is very interesting. I guess they thought like it's just too good for that much mana. Yeah, I think we lose. Let's just go to the next game. All right. Easy, right? Just do this. Bring in the fatal pushes. Bring that in. We don't need those. And pretty firm on cutting Liliana's. And I think we can probably go down a Rafine's Informant. It's either Rafine's Informant or Satyr Wayfinder. I suppose Can't Stay Away is also not a bad cut. Deal 2 to anything. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Could see cutting Can't Stay Away. Can't Stay Away is nice because it's what leads to like some pretty fast starts, especially when you're like doing like Grizzly salvage stuff. But I think all of the bodies are relevant. So I'm just gonna do this, and then I think this is probably the cleanest the list can be. It's very tempting to keep this hand, but I do fear that playing this on black and then just proceeding to not hit a land drop for the rest of the game is definitely a real possibility. It's sad because I think I would probably keep this in the blind on the draw. But I'm going to mulligan it. Okay, this is better. I'm going to keep and I'm going to bottom that. I'm going to hope that I draw a white source and then play, obviously, Fiend's Informant on curve. Alright, opponent kept a hand with no 1-lander, which makes me think that, or excuse me, with no 1-drop, which makes me think that they have a Rest in Peace in their hand. Okay, once again, we are missing something. If they play Rest in Peace, then we're fine with that. Can destroy it, obviously. That's the nice thing about Witherbloom Command. Okay. Might as well try, right? I mean, I guess I don't shock here. Like, no, obviously not shock, but I guess I don't play Blooming Marsh, even though Blooming Marsh is going to come into play tap next turn. God damn it, they're going to play Rest in Peace, or I guess that works too. It's whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, right? Okay. Punished. Maximum punish. So, obviously, if I If I discard Parhelion, they're obviously going to exile it when they attack. It's hexproof, right? Choose a color, hexproof from that color. But at least I can play Ezekiel's Chariot. Or I could do nothing. I mean, I not nothing, but I could play Greasefang. Open myself up to Skyclave Apparition. There's no good play.
Lord, I'm just writing my sins. What do I begin? Cause I'm losing count. Just like these niggas who counting me out. But you should know that I feed off the doubt. I'm in this for
I don't like playing Greasefang when I'm not comboing, because it just gives my opponent like an opportunity to sorcery speed respond, and that's kind of annoying. And obviously, like, I currently don't have a way to answer a... I would have loved to have like known that I was gonna draw a Chariot, because I would literally just slam it this turn if I had the opportunity to. I guess I play Greasefang this turn, but it really does feel like I'm gonna get they're gonna exile it for sure. Whew, it's like your boy is a mind reader. All right, so now we're in a predicament once again. Move 2 plus 1 plus 1. Okay.
I tripled the money, tripled the problem, still we got triple the profit. Don't move and gossip, nigga, them bitches done gotcha. Fat lady singing the opera, it's Fendi and Prada. I told you she still
I mean, do we just play a Chariot here and then pass the turn back?
Nigga, that's my favorite Donna. Cheese in my grits, don't you take my play lightly. And I need a bitch who found my shit excited. My pen is enlightened, it's getting me stipends. I've been getting right, cooking heat every night. You niggas been dropping your shit wasn't tight. Or snapping when rapping, this shit is real light. Penny for your thoughts, this a Henny on the rocks. I'ma spend plenty on the watch, just to show it off for the block. Should've turned it into stock, but I didn't. Mama like, nigga, are you kidding?
And then next turn, we can Rafine's Informant and hopefully hit a Greasefang, discard Parhelion, and then go for it. That's saddening. Hopefully they forget that Hopeful Initiate can be activated here.
Hey, take me back to last Sunday. Way before they let the gun spray. Made it home because my mom prayed. Just want some rest, it's been a long day.
So we just double block here or here. I'm more interested in killing the Hopeful Initiate, taking 10.
Yeah. Look. Hey, last week was wild. I woke up in the hospital. Surrounded by the fam, tears from my mama them.
We'll be able to keep a cat.
Don't know how, but we made it out in time to live. So fit the stands with my partner them. Paid in full on my dividends. Now I too will have the upper hand. So bring sand for the mother.
Dahlia, sure.
Fit it in my chest. Leave it all to God. I just wanna live my best in my stress. Smoking press. I ain't got a press. Knowing that I got it is enough for me.
So we could either play Rafine's Informant, draw a card, discard a card, or we could play Grizzly Salvage, hope to hit a land, and Grizzly Salvage technically sees more cards. So I think the Grizzly Salvage is the right play. We'll just have to hit an untapped land. Oh wait, the problem with that play though is that we would have to mill a land and a no. We would just have to mill a Parhelion and a Grease Fang. I'm down to go for like the luckiest play possible because it's like the only way I'm gonna get it here. So let's just try this, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah. Just fucking crushed. Annoying. Alright. Just lose to mono white humans, I guess. Absolutely shat on me. It's too slow, man. It's honestly just too slow. Opportunities to hit, but I mean, it's like any combo deck, like any reanimator deck. Like sometimes deck is just not kind to the player. You like start to lose like confidence with the deck, and then you start to play differently, and you know, there's like a certain rhythm with these decks. Like when you're like humming and singing and just hitting what you need and stuff like that, it's like you're unstoppable. And then like when you're doubting yourself and you're not sure if you're gonna hit the cards that you need and stuff like that, it's like it seems like nothing really goes your way. Dr. Cheese. I mean, this is a good hand. It's a very good hand. Looks like we're playing against red-black. Gonna assume my opponent... Well, I don't have to assume anything, I suppose. Let's just Thoughtseize them and see what they've got. So we take Blood Tithe Harvester. They don't have a turn 2 play. I think that's fine. Okay, opponent plays the Sokenzan. Now that we for sure hit a land here, do we put Sky Sovereign in the graveyard? I think it's Chariot. I don't think they can beat Chariot. In my experience, red-black has been favorable. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right, the Trespasser. Boy, you stupid. Stupid. Play Grease Fang. They are pressed into playing Liliana. And then they minus, we sacrifice, they attack, they exile, probably Grease Fang. We go to our turn. Then we can play... No, I'm just gonna do this. Oops. That was actually really stupid of me. That was 100% my fault. I should have just taken Graveyard Trespasser. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, that was definitely a misplay on my end. Wow, another one. Okay. But do they attack? That's the question. Answer is no, I guess.
Plotting on everything on a red eye, my connect be the embassy. Big toe eyes, steady on the lean like 605. Man like me, never pick no side.
Okay, they have a Liliana and something else in their hand.
My style, funny, best pay the kid homage, dummy. Kids on the block, they yelling red truck. Boy, I've been putting out 555. I put the beat in the hearse, I put the heat in the verse. Send her a pig, but she wanna see it in person. She wants some meat for dessert and keep it a secret. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. When I thought seized them, I definitely should have taken Graveyard Trespasser. I think that was definitely the card to take. So 3 cards in hand. Play a Swamp.
But I'm living, so please don't be sad for me. I remember way back in the past when kids used to laugh at me in the back of the class. Like, that's funny. Now I'm bragging and showing my ass, not a pen.
Okay, they drew another Stomp. God damn, that's rough. Let's play Lily minus. Yep. God damn. Absolutely punished for my actions. Definitely discarding this Can't Stay Away. Good thing is, like, these attacks are gonna be really awkward for them. Yeah. Oh. And then, I mean, there's no reason to attack. Okay. Painfully, I kind of have to get lucky here, I think. Oh, I suppose this was... Yeah, that's right, because they can... That's fine. It doesn't matter. So we're just dead, right? So they hit these 2 out of their graveyard. Moving down to 6. Even if I block, yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. All right, we're just barely getting gotted, basically, I think. In this matchup, I typically bring in Abrupt Decays. I've been actually taking out my Thoughtseizes. And I like bringing in Graveyard Trespasser. It's just a good card against them. And typically, like, I'll cut like Rafine's informant or something. I like keeping in the Witherbloom commands because they can hit. I guess I don't need. Yeah. Let's just cut some Rafine's informants. We don't have to go fast in this matchup. But I never really see a reason to have fatal pushes in my deck in this matchup, and I never really, like, I can just win a fair game plan. I have a very positive win rate against this match when I don't play like an absolute, you know, moron. But obviously tonight, it's a tall order for me. I don't know what's going on. Some days you just don't have the fire. But we'll see. This is definitely a matchup where you can just win by curving out, though. Yeah, I'm still thinking about, like, taking that blood tie. Why did I do that? Let's just take the fucking Graveyard Trespasser. I mean, they did draw another one, but I don't know when. So, it might have been okay. Just died to onboard effects, basically.
Done with the small talk, you throw the same fit. All that I hit is the same thing. You say it's my fault, I never listen. I was just thinking the same thing. Playing the blame game, you've done it again.
Yeah, Stitcher Supplier definitely makes like their Liliana super bad. So if that's one consideration I think for Stitcher Supplier is like if you're trying to make opposing Lilianas like really bad, like Stitcher Supplier is a card that they can never really use the minus. Yeah, we'll keep this.
Selfish, I know, had to let go. A couple good vibes better than a fake low. A couple long nights make it feel single. Play the cards wrong, now I'm yelling, ooh no. I feel like we already know. We've been on this road here before. Ready, I'm ready to go. Cause love don't live here anymore. So, done with the small talk, you throw the same fit. All that I hit is the same thing. You say it's my fault, I never listen. I was just thinking the same thing. Playing the blame game, you done it again.
Yeah, we'll just see what they got. I mean, obviously if they Thoughtseize me, things get a little weird, but cross that bridge when we get to it. The Thoughtseize. Grizzly Salvage. Do you see one extra card? I'm just gonna play the Wayfinder here. Get another body into play. I'm gonna be really upset if the next card I draw is a fucking Parhealy. The cool thing about Graveyard Trespasser, though, not only does it deal with like Cruxa, and you don't really have to commit too much to. Are they gonna Thoughtseize me? Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so like the cool thing about Graveyard Trespasser, it can just be like a good card. It's hard for them to answer. I mean, they have Liliana now, but play the one that they did not see. Or the one that they did see, rather. Our hand is pretty bad now. Yeah, this is one of those spots where like Tassiger is okay. Just outsizes everything. 4 mana. What the fuck? That's so weird. So we might just win right here. Of course not. Do I care about this? Why would you bring this in against me, though? I don't understand. This seems like a terrible card. Like, you bring this in against mono white and, like, other creature decks. Like, you don't board it in against Greasefang. Like, this seems so strange. I mean, I guess I have to attack. Is this card even like Pioneer playable? It seems like way too slow. So just play this and hopefully it doesn't die. Dreadbore? Maybe? No? Okay. Oh, damn. We're one card away, by the way, with Withered Plume Command. It's just not my night, man. I mean, I know I'm not playing great, but it's definitely not my night. Why are they keeping this alive? Like, what are you saving this for? I'm so confused. Their hand has to be like pretty bad, right? Okay. And why not attack with it? Like, why not attack with it? Oh god. I mean, I guess I could take out one of my Wayfinders, put them down to 5. Is that relevant? Maybe 4? I mean, the thing is, though, if I draw a can't stay away, this kind of sucks for me.
I'm everywhere you never be, just like a popular bitch. I don't listen
listen to what you say, I got the rock in the stick. You wanna take a pic with me so you look poppin' and shit. Say what you mean, stop trying to switch the fucking topic and shit. They know it's us when we pull up soon as we walk in this bitch. Was born into the game, I never was adopted in this. Relax, little baby, ain't no need to do no arguing here.
I was about to say, dude, are they gonna still keep it alive? Like, there's, it's like absolute copium.
After my blood, sweat, and tears, I put my heart in this shit. They say you make it when you rich, feel like I'm already rich. How can you change on me when I seen who you already is? Since a youngin', I've been running, jumping, hopping the fence. Hard-headed, they could never make me stop when they said it. Ask me if I regret it. Hell nah, I probably never will. I wear all my scars with a smile, getting better still. That's for all my ladies in
I have so many good draws here.
That's for all my niggas in the field, that's why we keep it real. If you play with me, this shit is real, I swear it's not a
Okay,
joke.
that's
I'ma make $1 million by
it's kind of
myself,
one of
I ain't
them.
got a deal. I'ma take my family from the bottoms to the top of hills. I'ma make my girl feel like she living in Beyonce crib. I'ma build my credit, pay my debt afterwards, cop and flip. Same nigga saying number, call me
That card is so bad against me. It's just like it really makes me laugh when like people. I'm not saying I deserve to lose this game for like what I did last game, but like it really makes me laugh when like people bring in like really shitty cards. Like I used to laugh when my opponents would bring in like surgical extraction and like the Grixis Death Shadow mirrors and stuff. Like it would make me laugh so hard. Like, and they'd be like, "Oh, like I'll exile your Death Shadow." And it's like cool. I mean, you hit one of the vehicles, right? Because now if I just draw, oh. All right, baby, we're doing it. Crew 4, so we have to draw like one of our chariots or like fucking something. Alright. Greasefang or Chariot. Or Witherbloom Command or like something. I don't know. I guess Witherbloom Command doesn't do anything. I meant to say Grizzly Salvage. That works, kind of.
I'm like 10 seconds from decoding the matrix, but this bitch got so much ass it made me lose my concentration. Think of death so much that I embrace it. That's the only thing that's promised. I'm not tripping if you break it. If I hit the blunt, prepare for tripping.
I mean, I'm cool with this. I don't think I need to change anything. Especially if my opponent is playing that card that gives all creatures. They didn't take it out, by the way.
Sometimes I lie in my raps. Y'all think that shit crazy. Wait till you see how I look lying dead in your faces. I'm a lion, I'm a giant, I'm the stone that killed Goliath. I'm your
They just pressed submit it and go. They were like, no, this card's good enough.
I look at this shit like if she with it, I already hit it. Staring at Jay Dilla make me less afraid of dying, nigga.
I do not fear my maker, gonna pull it off. I won't drink after that bitch, but I might hit it raw. Every time my blessings touch down, I'm like, look at God. Processing new bits every day, don't praise me when I'm.
I do like Witherbloom Command in this matchup because you can like destroy the unlicensed hearse, which is kind of nice.
I was bumping donuts, quit the pack and double back. I'm making cuts for all your house, now why the fuck you mad?
Showing my chompers, huh? Walking on water, white dot stompers, huh? Boy, fuck how you feel. Eat what I kill. Shit, I got options, huh? All niggas do round here. Cushion beers, none of that powder stuff. Two truths in the fib. Shit get weird. It's a finger wagging light, not in my house. When it come to drip, I'm doused. Rocking his hands like Ralph. Just blue band and sprouts. I got a huge crush on this bitch. I might ask her out. Passed out like a poker dealer when I got the mouth.
Okay. Oh wait.
Ay, I get to tweaking. When niggas waste my time calling me for no reason. When bitches on my line acting like they what I'm needing. I'm drinking all the time, ain't no fucking off season. I get the fucking, I get the
Do we destroy Fable or do we destroy the Goblin? Probably Fable, right? Oh, here he comes, dude. Here he comes. They're gonna play it again. They're gonna play that bad card. Oh, imagine if they were playing Shieldred. Whew. Thank God. That's pretty good for them. God, this Witherbloom command. Take a look. Take a look at our hand. It's so good. Alright, they have one card in hand. If we get extremely lucky, we can win next turn. I mean, we can Witherbloom command, and then they have to choose, like, or next turn we can do it. I mean, I guess we do it next turn. But if we mill another can't stay away, I guess I do it now. I think I'm screwed, guys. I think they got me. Oh, and my headphones died. Sign. Sorry for the noise. What? What? Why? This card's too slow. It did... Okay. This is what I'm losing to. I don't think Hidetsugu is particularly good against me. I mean, I guess I can't stay away, right? I think we discard a Parhelion, even though we know our opponent's going to exile it. Doesn't really matter too much. And we're just in stay alive mode. Interesting attack. And obviously I'm going to block with the informant. We'll see. I mean, there's a chance, but they're holding 2 cards in hand, which makes me weary. Found ourselves a Grease Fang. 4, 6, 7. We can play Parhelion next turn. What is this? All right. This game, I feel like, should not be close, but for some reason it is. I mean, I can't stay away, but the issue with that is then we wouldn't be able to play Parhelion next turn, so I'm just going to play the tapped land, and that's my mistake, because I could have gotten back the Darkboar pathway. So that's kind of 100% my mistake. We just block the zombie here. Let them eat it, I guess. Yeah. Do I attack here? Gain 4? I mean 1. Put myself to 4. This has trample though. That's the problem. So you kind of like have to bank on them like not having any removal. It's a possibility. Yeah, I definitely should have had a Grease Fang there. I don't know. It's rough. Certainly not playing my best. Which is always frustrating because it's not really representative of like how the game should go. Um I don't know. We'll see. See what they do. All right, they send the team, which is what we expected, of course. I swear to God, if they just have like a stomp, I'm gonna be so aggravated. Yeah, I mean, I can't crew and block. Like, if I crew and block, then we lose. So I have to like block this way, I think. No, it literally has to be this way. There's no other way. Just for like the record though, I think my opponent like 100% boarded incorrectly, which is always frustrating to lose against because you're like, you know, certain cards obviously didn't belong in this matchup, but they brought them in anyway, but that's okay. It's nothing against them. Nothing against them at all. This could potentially be good. I don't know how it's going to work out, but um 3 we attack, we make some angels, and then yeah, I literally think it has to be the one in our hand, and then I think we have to bring back. They don't have any removal. I think I just lose though. Anyway, obviously I have to cast this. Can't stay away because I have to flip this, otherwise they just kill me on the spot. And yeah, it's just over. Oh well. I definitely didn't play well. I think I should have won that match, but I just played terribly. That's okay. Just can't always play well. Just not in it today. I don't know what's going on with me, but I appreciate you guys watching me misplay. My headphones died, so the music got killed. Apologize for that. It's been a long night, but respect you guys for watching. Certainly not my best, but we'll be at it again here shortly. I think I do want to keep testing the deck. Definitely didn't have good draws tonight either, which didn't help, but I can't attribute it to that. I think it's more or less my gameplay that caused a lot of our anguish. But yeah, I definitely want to keep testing the deck. Maybe I'll try some Mardu, you know, change it up a little bit, but Grease Fang has been my favorite archetype in Pioneer thus far. I think I'm going to stick with it. I just have to find basically a 75 for Atlanta, and that's going to change up until the day of, so I'm not too stressed about it. But if you are going to be in Atlanta, obviously hit me up, say hey, let's hang out, all that stuff. And hopefully we'll have a good what is it called? Is it obviously RCQ is what you qualify with, but I don't know what the event is actually called. Regionals, is that what a DreamHack Regionals? But yeah, appreciate you guys. I will hopefully be on tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream a little bit more. Even though it's been a quiet night, like I've been having some really good nights on stream, even though I haven't been as consistent as I'd like to be. So definitely gonna be on again, hopefully tomorrow. And we'll play like some, I don't know, maybe we'll play some Mardu or something. We'll see. But appreciate it, guys. I'm